Love coffee. I'm a dark coffee guy. All right, good morning, y'all. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I just woke up, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and give you a quick update on the reship process. You know, it looks like some more DJI products should land in the United States in August, but that doesn't resolve the looming ban in December. So in December, DJI is up for being added to the I can't remember the name, but added to the list of foreign threats and will be banned, pending a review conducted by the DoD, the FBI, the Homeland Security, NIA, what have you. So far, nobody has stepped up to do that review. If nobody steps up to do that review, DJI is automatically added to the ban list. So if that occurs, which it's looking like that's it's becoming a bigger and bigger threat. If that should come into place, this is probably gonna be the main way I'm gonna order DJI products. You know, Canada, I've looked at Mexico. Mexico's pricing, crazy enough, where you can find it, is more expensive than in the United States and Canada. Not just because 'cause I'm saying, peso to dollar, but when you do the conversion, it's more expensive in Mexico than it is in United States and Canada. So, I won't be ordering from Mexico anytime soon. Um, I've done a second test that's in process now, and then, I think I'm fixing to do a third test with a reshipper from China. Some of you are probably gonna be considering making $1,000 purchase and stuff like that, and my advice would be test the waters before you do. Um, and to do a single package at a time. You can do consolidation to save on shipping, or you get, I think it's up to 10 packages and they'll consolidate them in one box for you. But now you have all these different tariff codes and stuff, and I really think that you run the potential of getting looked at when you hit customs. I think one package at a time. You can be accurate but vague. I think that's the key. You can be accurate but vague, and I'll explain to you what in just a second. And work your way up to developing a comfort level before you just go out and make $1,000 purchase and it's your first package coming through, what have you. I was gonna do a video earlier on the update, but nothing had really happened other than me just reshipping it. It hadn't hit the border yet. It hadn't come to customs, and that was the big question. It's finally through customs, so I'll give you a quick update. I think I'm gonna do a follow-up video. I didn't plan on it, but I think I'm gonna do a follow-up video because I wanna see, hopefully when it gets here, I can see what tariff code and description and pricing they used, because did they use what I provided them, which is accurate but vague, or did they use the one that they had come up with? And I'll explain that to you in a second, because that's important. That's important for safety and reliability going forward. Um, the second one is hung up. I'm gonna holler at my Canadian brothers and sisters out there to tell me if this sounds legit to you. And then I'm testing a Chinese reshipper, for goods out of China, Vietnam, Indonesia, out of Asia to the United States. And I'm hoping as India grows in FPV, we won't have to do this for very long. Some trade deals and stuff have been struck, so I'm really hoping there's going to be some growth in those two countries, so we can avoid this. But so let's get started with current update. So desktop. Okay, so here's my order from Canada. You can see up here in the right-hand corner, you can see that it was delivered. I ordered it on the 24th. It delivered to the reshipper on the 25th, one day. That was great. You can see here, Here's the price, 189, 28. Here you can see the price from DJI USA back in January when I ordered one of these, 185, 186. So we're talking about a $3 difference. So ordering from Canada, and the $3 difference is just Canada has higher taxes. They had I think they had 2 different taxes which totaled 20%, where for me it's 10%. State, uh state, county, city totals up to 10% for me. For Canada, it was like there's 2 different taxes, a VAT, I think it was a VAT tax and some other tax, whatever, but it totaled to be $20. So you're looking at $3 difference. Great, not a problem, right? That's I'm cool with that. Then for the Reshipper, and this is Reship.com, you can see I paid that $5 annual fee. I won't have to pay that till next year. They charge a $7 fee for receiving it and turning it around, and then shipping was $16 through Canada Post, which obviously they're making money here. In the States, this would be like a $7 max transaction. Obviously, here they're upping it. From my opinion, so they're making $7 for receiving, and they're making $7 on top of the shipping. They're just making 100%. It looks like whatever they're quoted as far as the shipping costs from Canada Post, they're doubling it. So you take out that $5, you're looking at $23. And $23 total, $26 increase in cost for an O4 Pro or something like that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool. If this is something we have to do starting in December, I'll definitely do that. I don't have a problem. So overall process real quick. So when you sign up with Reship or any of the other reshippers, what have you, they give you these addresses to their warehouses. So in the United States, in Canada, in the UK. So this being a Canada store, I went on to Amazon, DJI, Amazon, Canada. You can go to, was it Rotor Village or what have you in Canada. This is the address you will give them during checkout. This right here, this suite, that is your unique identifier. Okay, so like if somebody out there wanted to be funny and they ordered something and sent it to this address and they used this identifier, that would come to me instead of their mailbox or something like that. So you got to make sure you get that right. Now, when it gets, if somebody wants to be funny and they send something to me, if I don't pay for it, they're just going to throw it away, right? They just throw it away. It's useless to them. Well, I mean, they probably don't throw it away. They probably open it up, take a look, and somebody there keeps it. But that is your unique identifier. You want to make sure that's on your address. If you don't include that, your package is gone. It's going to hit the warehouse. They're not going to know anything about it, and they're probably just going to give it away to the staff. So when your shipment ships and goes to your address and lands, you will get an email stating that you got a package, and it will show up in this packages box. I don't have anything in here right now because it's already on its way, but it'll be in that package box. You click on it, it goes to a prompt. I don't think. Do I have? I know I took screenshots. I thought I did. No. Yeah, here we go. So here's you go into that and you get something like this. Is it a merchandise? Is it a return? Is it a gift? Um, in the description, mine said lipo batteries. It's not a lipo battery. And I don't want it to be a lipo battery because I don't want to catch any eyes at the border. It said lipo battery, and I can't remember what the vendor it said here. And I think it had a value of $80. And so none of this information I liked, right? So I came in and I changed the value. And you can see, I mean, it's $200 and I changed it to $9 just in case I have to pay taxes at the border. This is probably where I'm the least accurate, right? But I had to come in here and I looked up a tariff code and description for something similar without saying VTX. So I chose a tariff code. It was for a data processing board, and I just did a Google search. It gave me the tariff code and a description because it's a data processing board, right? And I just put the vendor down as Amazon. That way, I didn't have to put down DJI. I gave the price. I uploaded an invoice that I had created, and they accepted it on the front end and shipped it. Right. So now I excuse me, declaration. I had to click on here, go in and pay, and they shipped it. I thought I had no. Okay, so and you can see here's the fees again. And so I've been sitting here waiting curiously to see what's going to happen at the border. Did they use my tariff and description and pricing? Did they use whatever they had come up with it with the lipo battery and a cost of $80 and stuff? And I'm still going to wait. We're still going to wait until it lands. I get open up and I get the paperwork and take a look and see. We won't know, but it looks like they did. Currently, then you get an email and get out of here. Got it. They shipped it on the 30th, so they had on the 6th, so that was 4 days of that processing. It landed on the 30th, processed through USPS facility, ISC Los Angeles on July 2nd, and uh, US LAX, I guess that's the airport. And now it's finally at Bell Gardens, California. So I'm going to say that it finally made it through customs and no issues, no emails, no additional taxes, no nothings. I'm assuming this is on its way to me, to my mailbox, and should be here sometime next week. USPS tracking, Canada, preparing shipment, pass through Vancouver, processed through ISC Los Angeles on the 2nd, and now it's at Bell Gardens, California. Arrived at USPS facility. So, looking good so far. Like I said, will be one more update. Does it get to me free and clear? What tariff code and stuff like that? So, just give you a little information here. So, Reship, they have a 4.0. There are some negatives that people have put on here. Another one I'm looking at is ship by mail. They got a 4.9. So ship by mail. Okay, so ship by mail. Here is the address they gave me, right? Here is this unique identifier that only for me. This ship your parcels is the same section as my packages for reship. Ship now. Same thing here. Come in and they had a value of $80, $90, and they've got listed as parts, components, pro antenna. Okay, that's fine, but I would prefer total control of the tariff description and value, and I'm hoping that these two services will give me that. So far, it's looking like Reship is giving me that. Ship by mail, I don't know yet. It appeared they had less maneuverability. They were stricter. So with them, I can come in here and I can modify the price, but I can't do anything else. So I had to create an invoice, and I created an invoice description. I placed a RC antenna. I looked up the tariff code for RC antenna, and so like a tariff code, the more digits, more it drills down into a accurate description of the product. So it's 4 period 2 digits, and then there's 4 period 2 digits and more, and then just keeps getting longer to drill down a series of products to get to more exact what you're shipping. I usually leave mine at that top level, just the 4 digits period 2 digits of something similar to what I'm shipping so that it doesn't look so out of whack. It's not a it's not I'm not shipping an antenna to me with the description of bubblegum, okay? So I said, RC antenna, there's a tariff code. I put that on my invoice. Uh, I gave it a different, manufacturer name, and I gave it a price of $10.89, which I don't remember. I think it's like $8, US. Conversion is Canadian. And this is where I'm stuck. So you can pay for more photos. You can have them check the contents, check the electronics, turn them on and stuff, additional packings, blah, blah, blah. So when I uploaded my invoice, it said, give us 24 hours to verify. It's been more than 24 hours. And I come in, continue. And due to size shipment, please contact support for accurate pricing. So I'm on day 4 of this freeze. So when I have emailed them, they keep telling me that Canadian Post is down, hence why I don't have any shipping options. Now, today's the 4th. They gave me an update on 3rd. So Canadian Post website showed that they were having maintenance from the 26th or something like that to the 2nd. Well, on the 3rd, I emailed and said, you're still not giving me any shipping options. And what am I missing? Is there something I need to do? And they're like, well, Canadian Post is still down. So I'm like, Canadian people out there, does your postal system actually shut down for extended periods of time? Because I emailed and told them, hold on. So you're expecting me to believe that Canada Post shuts down and the entire nation of Canada can't mail anything? And they basically came back and said, yeah, it's affecting all of Canada. We apologize, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe that. So any Canadian brothers out there, can you tell me, does your postal system does that happen sometimes? Because it's never happened in the US, so I'm finding it very, very hard to believe. But this company has a 4.9 rating on Trustpilot. So hopefully y'all can shed some light. So right now I'm just waiting for Canada Post to come back online so that Ship by Mail can offer me shipping options. I'm assuming it's going to be very comparable to Reship, but that's where we are. As this progresses, I'll probably provide an update too. I don't know if I'll do a video update. I'll probably do it post it in the on my page, but we'll see. Depends on if this turns into a nightmare. If it turns into a nightmare, then I'm going to share it with y'all because I want y'all to be aware, and we're just going to blast them. But that's where I am on those two. Reship looks like the package is coming through. No questions, no emails, no phone calls, no taxes, nothing. It's just going to come on through. Ship by Mail, we're just waiting to see what's going to happen there. I'm fixing to do a 3rd company because I was talking to a gentleman on Facebook, and he's been tracking my purchase of this heated lipo bag from iFlight from China. What's are they charging tariffs, blah, 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 blah. So I've been giving him updates based on my experience with this, which there wasn't any issues. He's trying to place a $1,000 order with iFlight, and so it got me thinking, maybe there's a reshipper for China where we can be a little less accurate on what's being shipped into the United States to avoid some, potential bans. And I am looking at, oh, Tip Trans. Is it this one? Nope, that's Ship and Mail. We'll close that now. I'm looking at Tip Trans. You can see here they got a bad review here. They're at 4.2, you know, coming out of China. I don't know what to expect. Um, it is what it is. We'll see, but Tip Trans, no experience yet. So if you jump the gun and start using them, um, it's on you. Um, but I'm gonna give it a shot and fill it out. But basically the same thing. I've got my own account number. It's like $5 a package for the free version, $50 for the annual membership, and it's like $3 a package. Um, and so we'll see. We'll see. But I plan to place an order from AliExpress or something, and I'm gonna have it shipped through ShipTrans to me just so I can see what occurs there, and I'll share that experience with y'all as well. But again, I'm gonna wrap this up. Um, Hopefully there is some information in there, some assistance for those that are curious, those that don't wanna get locked out potentially in December. Um, could get postponed 90 days. They like TikTok keeps getting postponed, or they could just do a hard lockdown. So this may be helpful information in 6 months. With that said, a couple things I've got videos coming. I'm working on the video for the Cosmos Streamer Zero. I'm gonna try and get that done here to today. I'm gonna do not a review, but I'm gonna talk about this bag. This lighted Hippo bag versus this lighted Hippo bag. Um, which do I like and which actually works and all that good stuff. Winter's coming, and whether you work or you just like to fly, a lighted a heated lipo bag can be helpful. That's it. Peace out. Enjoy y'all's 4th of July. Love y'all. Have a good one.